Hey.
Welcome to the Football Boot Hour with me, James, here on the Boot Wizard channel, and as always, my co-host, the incredibly sleepy Andrew from the Lockhart Boot blog, because the clocks changed here last week on Sunday, which means it's not only 8 a.m. for Andrew anymore, it is now 7 a.m. that he has
Yes,
to
it
get up because of
is.
stupid daylight savings.
Oh my gosh.
Proper Boots in the chat, let's go. And Samuel Phillips, regulars. The regulars
Hey.
are here. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Today, we are going to be talking about all of the stuff that released this week because there was a ton of it. And
Deluge.
Andrew got a big box of stuff, and I got a big box of stuff.
From
So
each
there's
other.
from each other. So there's no like big kind of like in-depth topic. We are just going to break down some football boots. I'm going to talk about what we've got. We're going to talk about what came up. Matt is in the house. Welcome, Matt. Dr. Astute is here. Second time I've seen him today because he was on a members-only live stream earlier today with me. I know, right? Chris Puddle is here. Chris, how you doing? Here we go. So, let's get into it, shall we? We'll start with what we've been wearing, or more likely, what we have received in bulk.
Yeah.
Do you want to go first?
Sure.
What you got?
Well, first, my review of the Icon 2 Japan went up. Hey!
Hey!
Hello. Sorry.
Texas Cleat Collector is here.
Hello.
So special guest. The Texas Cleat Collector from the Bootcast podcast has joined us.
Just
Hello.
randomly showing up.
Like the things you can do, just pop up on the podcast, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate you being here, man.
Volume's a
There we
bit
go.
high, buddy.
I'm just going to turn you down a bit.
No,
Sorry.
That's okay.
There we go.
It's, of course,
There
he
we
pops in while I'm talking. So, you know.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it sounds
Absolutely. Okay. We're going through what we've been wearing, that kind of stuff, and then we'll jump into the other bits. So Andrew was going through his Copa Icon. Let's go back to that.
Yeah. Okay. These are stupid comfy. Soul plate stupid comfy. Great boots. Definitely going to be in my match day bag, training bag. Awesome stuff.
Nice.
Go read my review. Colorway's
Yes.
amazing. Not
Go
sure I
and
want to
read
put the
his
gold
review.
laces in. I think that's a bit much for me.
It's never a bit much. Just do
No,
it.
this is about as much as I can get away with. And then
Chris Puddle would like to ask if this is a Predator Edge special.
no,
No, there's some above me though.
every time. And I did an unboxing of these yesterday, so yeah.
The more I look at them, the more I want them.
they're individually numbered, James.
I know. That's why I
They're
want them. I'm
individually
so
numbered.
easily sold.
Justin, they're
So-
individually numbered. You're always saying like, oh, we should, brands should individually number their boots.
No, I'm against that actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I think it drives the like the resale value up, which is great, but it makes like resellers try to buy up as much stock as possible so then they
That's
can in
fair.
turn make more money. So that's
fair.
the only reason I don't like it. It creates like a FOMO
False
really
good.
bad.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's justifiable.
And he's not wrong, because the only reason I want them is because they're individually numbered. So I've got like pure FOMO because I want them. I want
Man,
them
James,
numbered.
you've been agreeing with me too much today, man.
I know, right? What's going on? Justin and I were having a conversation earlier today. You can feel free to put this in the chat. We won't get into it in the pod, but put it in the chat. The best 3 Premier League midfielders ever. So throw your 3 into the chat just to see.
Finally.
Yeah, because Kevin De Bruyne is leaving Man City at the end of the season. So yeah, throw them in there. Justin, you've dropped a couple of reviews recently. Like, tell us about what you've been doing.
Yeah, so I'm kind of going through like a history of that's what Proper Boots said of like alternate uppers. So I started out with Tech Crafts, so I used the different brands. It was like the Laser Touch, where they used the leather upper, the Edge 94 Plus, where they used the leather upper, and then the Abomination, that is the Phantom TC instead of GT.
Yeah.
So that was fun. You know, it's cool to compare good leather uppers to bad. And then I recently dropped the Parlay Pack by Adidas. So there's somewhere I've moved my stuff around. Sorry, but it was just where
Justin
Adidas
videos in a row. Our cup runneth over.
Adidas just was trying to use recycled plastics for their uppers, and I kind of was making the case that 2 of them are really good in the X and the Predator, and then the Copa, which ironically went from leather to synthetic, is the abomination of that pack. So just kind of cool things showing, different boots that some people either didn't know or didn't really care about.
Yep.
For sure. So
It's
go
awesome.
and go and check
Yeah,
those
definitely
out.
go watch that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll link them down below when we put this up for the catch up on Sunday. So Andrew, what else have we got in the box? The big box of stuff.
Let's go through what you got me. So this was.
So I've had a
yeah.
box at my house for like months, and I've
yeah.
been gradually like accruing things. So I finally sent said box out to Andrew this week.
Yeah, it's a Power Cap 0.1 Tokyo editions. Now, these are very yellow, actually. But
they're more yellow than I thought they'd be. Yeah.
yeah, but I reckon I could make them a little bit whiter. So I'm gonna see if I can't clean these up a bit, make them look
Yeah, so
pretty again.
Andrew didn't ask for these
No.
or say anything about them. I just found them
Yeah,
and was like,
great
those are
find.
probably cool, and Andrew will probably appreciate
Yeah,
them. So
I
I
do.
picked them up and threw them in the box.
Those and then some 18.1 Messies
Yeah.
with this sole plate. And I'm thinking I will get these blacked out because this color is probably a bit much for me. But yeah, the lovely Gambit Track sole plate. And there's a theme because there's another Gambit Track sole plate boot, the Messi 15.1 version 2s, which this needs to get blacked out. That's
yeah,
obnoxious.
like that's actually a fine colorway if you black out that
Yes,
Messi logo on the front.
This is the dumbest. This boot could have sold so much more at the time if it didn't have this giant M. There's so many people at the time who tried the song and were like, oh, this is comfortable. I can't get over the M, though. And then finally, the pièce de résistance was the Shadow Pro 3. Or
Shadow Pro 3.
Yeah. These are really nice. Really,
Like,
really
how nice is that upper?
Yeah,
How
the
nice
upper,
is
that
that
upper
upper?
is ridiculous. So yeah, these should be
Yeah.
an enjoyable review for sure.
Yeah, so that was a happy convenience because Under Armour actually sent me out the Shadow Pro, so thank you very much to Under
Yeah.
Armour. And but they sent me 2 pairs, so double thank you to them. But the first pair they sent me, they could only get me in a size 8.5 US rather than a size 8 US. So I did like an unboxing video with those and sent them to Andrew.
Yeah.
So now they're actually going to get used because I have another pair in an 8 US, which apparently I'm still not allowed to show anybody, but everybody knows what they are now, so it's fine.
Right. And then I also got a package in from Apex. I bought this stuff. Apex didn't send it to me, so I got their grip socks. They do like this deal where you get their grip socks, their sleeves, and their pants. Grip socks
It's
are
like
pretty
Pro
nice.
Pack or something
Pro
like that.
Pack, yeah. A lot of nice technical details in the socks. We'll see how these go. But what I was most impressed with is these pants are ridiculous. The quality is so stupidly high on these. Like, look
Yeah,
at that material.
so nice.
It is really freaking nice. So yeah, these are absurd. I love these.
So I'm gonna unashamedly plug my discount code
Yeah,
for that. So
definitely.
it's Wizard 10. Will get you 10% off the Apex pants, socks, anything at all. And it will work on top of other discounts as well.
Yeah.
So if you've got a discount, throw it on there. And on top of that, if you want to be a member of the Boot Wizard channel, you can get 20% off using the special members only code, which I'm obviously not going to give out here because it's only for members. But you get 20% off, and that also works on top of everything else. So yeah, that's how you get your Apex. And my review for the Apex socks is on the channel. There you go.
Nice.
Casual plug.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Justin,
that was like
aside-
the TV like channel where all they do is sell stuff, and like, then the model comes on and just
QVC.
shows
Yeah,
it.
QVC.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Got
Andrew
my
was the little
QVC
model with
out.
his pants, and then James unashamedly plugged it. Loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin, aside from your reviews, what have you been rocking anything this week? Is there a pair that you got in or you're
Oh,
showing
yeah.
off?
Ropero again.
No,
Yeah,
it's
more
I've been wearing
Rotero.
these.
Yeah.
The emeralds. I finally got a pair. James, I've been after them for a while, so I've been wearing those,
Yeah.
and then they're again somewhere hiding. I've got the Champagne Manias, and I've still been absolutely loving those. A boot that came out
Nice.
23 years ago that still is effective and great today.
Love it. Absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah.
We've got the chat has popped off, so I'm just quickly going to see if we can catch up with the chat before I get to mine. So that's fine. Oh dear. Copa Pure 3 laceless or regular? That's a question for you, Justin.
Average person, regular. For me, laceless.
Cool.
Okay.
There we go. Got a good few top threes coming in for midfielders. De Bruyne, Scholes, Vieira, Lampard, Vieira, Keane, Lampard, Torre, Scholes. All solid options. Jesus Football in the house. Welcome, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Proper Boots, Andrew, would like to know if you're fully blacking out your 18.1s or if you're going to keep the Chrome 3 stripes.
I might keep the Chrome 3 stripes after you pointed that out.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I'll send them off to Ore Noashi. Shameless plug for them because I might be working with them on something. So
Yes, plug. Dr. Astute saying De Bruyne, Scholes, Lampard. Chris's Footy Kicks in the house. Welcome, sir. Heading off to work soon, but thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
DJ, you don't have to apologize for being late, man. We are late.
Yeah.
We are late on this podcast every
Yeah.
week. We say 11 o'clock, and it's like 3 minutes past by the time we get on here, so don't even worry about it. Not one bit. Here we go. Samuel Phillips. Let's settle debate once and for all. 1-piece tongue or 3-piece tongue? 3-piece?
2-piece.
2-piece? I think that's a bigger debate for another time. Samuel Phillips, we need the discounted Nike Premier 4 review to get leaked. The Nike Premier 4 review will not be leaked because it's available for members. So it's a members-only review. So that's how you get hold of it. You don't necessarily leak it. You just go and become a member
Just
and then
saying.
you watch it.
Send them to
Just
me.
saying.
Send them to me. Nike hates
I
me
will
already.
do. I will do.
Nike does not like me. I know that for a fact. I have that confirmed not too long ago.
James, did you ever get any info? You can just leave it as yes or no. Info as to why that release has changed?
Yes.
Okay.
I will
I'm
send
sure you can
I'll send
say.
you. I'll send you a DM later.
We've gotten a couple of. There was a couple of pop up, like Justin, you were saying. I put up that all white Premier 3, and you're like, I could have sworn we got that already, and it's like,
Yeah.
and DJ is saying that too. And it's like, I guess maybe I don't know. Who cares anymore, right? That's just such
I think
a
that's the
mess
theme
with
of the
that
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the idea, I can say this, that so if you do see repeat colorways, that's deliberate. That's the solution to. So I don't know if that white's a repeat, but if it is, that is basically the solution to the lack of a 4, is to make more of what's already there and put it out, because I don't think they had new colorways to put out because they're expecting the 4.
Yeah.
So the solution was to restock the older colorways. So that I'm expecting, but I do not know if that all white was existing or not. But if it is, wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, see, I thought it was their way of being like, hey, since we've moved away from leather, we had an all white leather one, now we have an all white synthetic one.
No. So this
those
one's
are
leather.
leather.
Basically it's the
okay,
same.
okay, so it is the
It's
same.
just
Okay,
a normal.
yeah.
It's just a normal Premier
This
3.
would
Okay, cool.
this would definitely again confirm my source was right that Nike did not stop ordering leather when they said they did.
Very possible, unless they're not using K leather anyway. On that one, they seem to have moved away
Still
from
K
that, or
leather.
you just leather in general.
Leather in general.
Yeah. Okay, I will move on to what I've got, because I've got many a thing that has arrived this week. Firstly, from Andrew, I got my own box of fun stuff.
Yeah.
So, again, if you remember, you'd have seen some of this already this week.
Yeah.
Plug. So, firstly, we have these. So this might look very similar to Andrew's Copa Icons, Copa Icon 2s, but it is not. 'tis not the same.
No.
This is a Copa Icon 2 Pro with the HG sole plate. So this is a takedown Copa Icon model, which, correct me if I'm wrong, Andrew, is a Japan-only kind of vibe.
Yeah, which is a weird choice,
So-
but
Very weird choice, because I think this would sell like hotcakes, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very nice takedown football boot. It's about €100, and yeah, it's got this really fantastic HG sole plate. Very pretty much the same as what's on the Copa Icon. The stud pattern's the same anyway.
yeah.
But it's very, very nice. A nice soft synthetic material upper. This is a very nice football boot for €100.
Yeah.
Hard to beat. Weird on the sizing, as we discovered. Had to go up a half a size from my
it's bizarre. It went
normal
half size
normal
down
Addy
on the
size there.
Icon 2, and then those
Half
are
size
true to
up
size.
on the-
Yeah, half size up.
Yeah, weird. But yeah, those came in. So review on those coming soon. Then we have these in a very similar came in the box. So this is the Atleta Ore Faz. Is that right? See, I have the boots. Andrew knows what they are. So again, another synthetic leather kind of €100 job from Atleta, and these are probably while obviously they're similar boots, I think these are nicer boots.
Yeah.
These are a little bit
Definitely.
of a nicer fit. Overall, the heel is nicer. Very, very comfortable. So those come in as well. Got a nice review on those coming. Then, in that same box, I needed some more Tabio grip socks. So I got some Tabio grip socks, but they are Barcelona Tabio grip socks, which are very, very cool. So, yeah, obviously haven't worn those yet. Justin's like, what is this nonsense? Stop this now. And again, something else that I have not worn yet, I got these. So these are the new Mizuno Zero Glide grip socks, which are a lovely step up from what they had on their previous, grip socks over the toes. So yeah, looking forward to trying those. More grip sock reviews coming. And then I'm trying to fly through this. I've got so much. Speaking of Under Armour Shadow Pros, boom.
Ooh.
I got these, which are pink. These are serious.
Right.
My word, these are pink. Like, wow. Now, these are not, like, from a materials point of view, not as nice as the Shadow Pros that you had there, Andrew. The upper is just a lot stiffer. It doesn't have the same feeling or anything. So I'm looking forward to getting these on the pitch and just trying them out. But jeepers, these are pink.
Ass.
I kind of love it. Like, it's kind of ridiculous, and I kind of love it.
You would like it.
Justin,
I think that'd have been cool as a breast cancer awareness month boot. I would have loved that to see Under Armour do something like that
a few times before.
They have,
like Under Armour have done breast cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think it's crazy how we talk about certain colorways. Sometimes it's stiffer, sometimes it's softer, and that one is just they had to put a different coating to get that pattern, and it's from your point of view completely changed the boot.
Like totally different, not even close.
Yeah, that's mental.
So this is an interesting one because I'm assuming, because it doesn't even have the same kind of ribbing, and you can't feel the ribbing, I don't think, underneath it. So it's a real odd one, but. Yeah, cool nonetheless. The little kind of snake, the viper on the insole there, like it's a cool design
for sure.
So we'll give that a go, and then finally, we won't go into this too much because these are kind of crazy. But I definitely want to show everybody these. I actually have more than this. I just didn't want to take up the whole episode. It's been a busy week at the post office. I got these.
Oh my gosh!
So this,
right.
So this is it's by a company called ID Customize. ID being I draw for some reason rather than like I don't know. So it's, and this is essentially a company where you can choose the width of the boot, you can choose the shape of the end of the boot, and you can add different customization options. So, for example, I have like Wizard and my logo here. They have a few different options of boots. So there's some way you can put the customization up the back and things like that. But the big thing is you can choose the shape of the end of the boot depending on how your toes align and the overall width of the boot. And they're like €100 with free shipping. So I was like, we'll give it a go. And they're not terrible, like in hand. The thing that bothers me is that the upper is basically, I've had fake mercurials in hand, fake Vapor 16s. That's what this upper is. It's a fake Vapor 16. So it has like the knit and everything with no grip knit. That's exactly what it is. It's going to get destroyed immediately just because of this uncoated kind of knit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the outsole is basically the Nemesis outsole. So I've got an Adidas Nemesis outsole, or Cobra outsole, depending on like how you're looking at it, with a fake Vapor upper. It's stiff, like it's not bendy or anything like a fake. It just is what they're using for the fake uppers on the boots at the moment. I think it's going to be all right. I just wish they hadn't done like a rip-off upper. Like if they'd have done something different, this could have been really good. But anyway, it's going to be a fun one to try. They were very cheap. The fit's not terrible.
It only cost
and
you
I
your
do have-
identity.
yeah. I did. My literal identity is some Chinese company. Yeah, like I've basically got an Adidas Nike mash that's going to make somebody's head explode. But I just wanted to show people that. So that's going to be a fun review. Those are crazy. But yeah, that is about 2/3 of what came into the studio this week. I am swimming in reviews at the moment. I do not have the time. But anyway.
Samuel Phillips, Furon, just like Justin said, Furon over Vapor 12. That's easy.
Yes, Furon.
That Vapor 12 upper is not it.
No, yeah, like good. Furon is the answer to that for sure. Okay, let's move on to ranking everything that came up this week, and kind of we can have a bit of a more in-depth chat about stuff because that's what we're doing this week. So Justin, where would you like to start with what has been released this week? Is a particular boot that you're like, let's talk about that one first?
I don't think I have a specific, so I kind of will let you guys
no specific
lead this way, and I'm kind of gonna come in, I think, and sweep because I can't think of a boot that's released right now that I'm like, I gotta talk about.
Catch you later, Chris. Thank you for joining.
Oh, hold on.
I'm
losing you. Hold on.
So Justin's gone. He will come back.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with this one because this was a special request from Proper Boots because he claimed we did not discuss this the other week. We didn't get it right because we made it as a pack. It needs to be assessed individually, and it's because he bought them. So these are hold on, come on, here we go.
Oh, these two.
So the Maximus, the new Diodora Maximus in this black and kind of silver colorway. Now I'm a big fan of the silhouette of the Maximus. I think it's a really nice looking silhouette to the boot. Obviously, because I'm me, I don't love the black. Like,
I think it's excellent.
I prefer the other, like the Roma colorway.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Oh my word. That is unbelievable. But as far as black boots go, this is very nice.
Yeah, it's very tasty.
So where are we thinking for this one? I'm going to bring the tier list up. I think they can go in great. I think they have enough about them for them to go in great.
Something is breaking Justin, on my end.
He'll try to rejoin when he can. That's all right, Justin. Join back in when you can. Yeah. We would love to have you back.
Proper
Please. Thank you very much.
Shit in the chat because I agree with them.
There we go. Love that. There you go. Proper Boots. That's for you, man. So let's move along, shall we, to this one. So I've actually, because again we've got a bit more time, I've put them up individually rather than like a whole pack of boots. I do have each individual one. So this is the new Tequila from the Energy Rush pack. which reminds me of
I'm so broken.
an unreleased colorway. Hey, Justin, how we doing? He's back.
Hello.
It reminds
I'm
me
back
of
for
an
now. I think mine's
unreleased
still
colorway
broken.
of the previous generation, which was a Raheem Sterling like signature colorway that was like that had like an ice cream colorway to it.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
That's
Justin's a bit broken.
we've lost Justin again. Boo. Boo. Ah, Justin. I quite like these. I don't love them, but I do quite like them.
I like them, but the lower part of the boot should have been the color. They should have matched that color for the whole boot because it just looks like it's been left out in the sun too long. It looks bleached.
Like where it's like faded out.
Yeah, it looks a bit too bleached for me.
I see that. I see that for sure. But the thing that is baffling me most, though, about these is the fact that we're still getting to Kayla V4s.
Yeah.
Like, we're still on the V4 Plus.
Yeah.
I was expecting a V5, but we've seen leaks. We've seen the boot. We know what it's going to look like. People we know have them in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's still no V5, which is surprising. Like, I'm assuming, and I think this is something they should have done a long time ago, probably. I'm assuming rather than dropping both boots at the same time and kind of maybe cannibalizing their own sales, they're trying to stretch it out. So they release like a new Furon in January and a new Tequila in July or whenever. Yeah. I'm assuming that's what they're doing, which is smart. But I was expecting it by now. I was definitely expecting it by now.
I think I think there's probably an issue with it.
You reckon?
My guess. Mm-hmm.
It's very possible.
I think there's
possible.
an issue with testing, and they have to go back to the drawing board and redo the upper a bit.
That is the big change, so that would make sense. Yeah, it'd be interesting when it finally drops to see what we get.
Yeah.
So to rank those ones, where are we going?
I'm going meh. I just don't like how
I think so
bleached
too.
it looks.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. I think that is completely fair. Hold on. Sorry, Justin.
Leave me by the wayside, my internet. Oh, no man left behind.
That is sad. We would have loved to have you on another time. We'll get you back. We will get you back. Okay, moving up. I'm just doing this as I move up, so they'll be in random order. It doesn't mean the next one will be the Furon. Okay, so we have the Puma Ultra. Now they released this. I believe there was a carbon and an ultimate version of this, isn't there?
Yeah.
So my first issue is we got a goddamn carbon and ultimate a week ago.
Yeah.
Like,
really
I know they were special editions for the Japanese Grand Prix, but
like the Japanese Grand Prix still hasn't even happened.
Hasn't even happened. It was free practice 2 today.
Yeah. Like let them live for at least the Japanese. What is the harm in just telling retailers just one more week?
Yeah.
It just
like
I think it just goes to show that Puma does not have a clue what they're doing. And we've been knocking Adidas recently for doing that with the Team Geist Preds. They were on and then done. And it was like, that is not a hype release. This isn't as special as you think it is release.
Yeah, this is, we thought we'd put this out. Like, here's something that we're just going to throw out. Maybe a little bit of the conversation. Justin says Puma took that Kylo Ren more kind of quote personally, like the GIF. More.
But sir,
more.
More.
So I don't love these anyway. And the fact that they're a week out from probably the best colorway that they've done in the Ultra. And like you say, the fact that the Japanese Grand Prix hasn't even happened yet is baffling to me.
Wild.
Like,
that's a wild decision.
But like, surely, like even if you were going to do this, you're going to drop one, then a week later drop the other. You would have dropped the Japanese Grand Prix one in carbon and dropped this one in ultimate, and that was it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have done both in both.
No. Oh, what's up, Footloose?
Jeez.
Yeah, it's so. See, I don't actually mind this color, but it's going to get a bashing because this is just utter,
Just madness.
utter. It's not. It's not even. I wish it was madness. I wish we could say these people were losing their minds. They're not. They're just stupid.
I don't get it. Like, I just don't understand. But yeah, I think that there was so many ways to do this, and this just wasn't it.
Nope.
It's baffling. Absolutely baffling.
Did they even manage to get the Japanese Grand Prix ones on anybody's feet?
Pros, I don't know. I can't remember
That's
seeing
such
any
a
pros
missed
wearing them.
opportunity.
Yeah, I can't remember.
God.
Can't remember any pros seeing them. But the fact I can't remember it is enough to say that either it wasn't on enough pros, or they haven't made a big enough deal about it.
Which again,
it really
it's just
feels,
like one and done.
Yeah.
Which means
They
hurry
got
up,
this-
discount them so I can buy them for much cheaper.
I was just about to say, I was like, the fact that they have dropped this pack now at least means that the chances of them discounting that Japanese Grand Prix one are even higher.
Yeah.
Because there's just so much other stuff flooding the market. So considering how insane this is, and the general colorway, where would we like to rank these?
Oh, it's going in the absolute bottom.
Fantastic. I agree. Stick it in awful. Have done with it. Thank you very much. Footloose Boot says, did you see J Mike Short? Even he looked surprised. I haven't seen J Mike
Everybody
Short.
keeps saying Proper Boots is like, oh, it looks lovely though with the black and Volt. Samuel Phillips is like, oh yes, the Volt really pops on these.
I hate you all. I hate you all.
DJ reminds me
trigger.
of the old Addy Zero, exact same color. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Is a women's Ultra Carbo really snug in toe box? Toe box and heel, I think.
Not necessarily the
No,
toe
not
box,
toe
but
box.
yes,
It's
the heel.
midfoot and heel.
Midfoot and heel. So
Yeah.
the arch is higher and the heel is narrower, and the toe box isn't that different.
Yeah.
Because it's a misconception that the women's fit toe boxes are narrower. Women's feet actually normally have wider, are usually wider in the toe box, so they actually need more toe box room. Doesn't mean that Puma have done that with all their women's fit, but generally a women's toe box will be wider with a higher arch and a narrower heel, so you get more room in the toe box if they've done it right. So you shouldn't have to worry about that too much. I've been researching recently.
Nice.
Okay, moving on. Let's do this one right here. What have we got? Okay, so we have the Miami Vapor in the Prism pack. Is that what it is?
Guys,
Prism pack, isn't it?
I wish Adidas would just do their own stuff and stop copying us all the time. I will never forget the Nike sales rep saying that to me.
Well, they have released these before the Adidas ones. To be fair, Adidas did it last year as well, didn't they?
Last year there was a crazy
Adidas
fast.
did it last year as well, yeah. Oh, fair enough.
The colorways, the colors go together.
This is nice. I like it.
It's nice.
It's a good colorway. Now, what I do have to say here is that all the photos I got are from Soccer Bible. So shout out Soccer Bible for their great photography. But if anybody saw the like the assets,
the assets were
so that's what came from Nike. So the Lovell Soccer Sports Direct, that is assets direct from Nike, and they're awful.
It's so
like
bad.
They're so bad. It looks like somebody's literally cut out boots from different shoots and whacked them on top of a flat background. It's really poor from Nike's kind of marketing and design team, especially the Tiempo. If the Tiempo wasn't already an afterthought, they made it look like an afterthought when they just launched it onto whatever marketing that they're doing for it. It's really bad.
It's so dumb.
Really bad.
Justin, did you watch Blade Runner? It's a super 80s for sure, but it's more like Miami Vice 80s, not Blade Runner 80s. It's not cyberpunk.
I could go for a cyberpunk boot though. That'd be cool.
Very much go for a cyberpunk little Ghost in the Shell collab. That'd be very nice.
That'd be nice. So Samuel Phillips made an interesting point here. Is this the first colorway with a pink rather than a blue swoosh? Have all the swooshes been blue? Have I missed that? No, surely the Vault ones didn't have a blue swoosh.
No.
That was that a, whatever the Vault one was.
No,
That
I
wasn't
think
a
that
blue
was
swoosh.
no. It was a dark navy.
Or was it?
Yeah, I
Have
think
all
that
the
was a
swooshes
dark
been
navy.
blue?
Yeah, that's a good
That's
shout.
mad.
That's a. I didn't
Somebody
realize that.
research that right now.
Yeah,
Have
yeah,
all the
yeah.
swooshes been blue so far?
That's
That's
wild.
blowing my mind.
That's crazy.
Justin says he's talking about how vivid the pink is and the contrast to the grey blue the same way. Oh, the neon.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
the neon
Okay.
lights in Blade
Yep.
Runner.
Yep.
Yeah,
I will tip my hat to that.
yeah.
No, the Volt colorway is black. Okay.
Okay. But even so, like it's in that. If I had to think about it, that is concerning.
I'm sorry.
to
There's
get it
just so
together.
many Nike boots. I just don't give a damn anymore.
I think this is part of the overall
That
problem is
statement
that
won't win me any friends over there.
well, we're doing a whole episode this week, which we're happy about, where
Yeah.
it's all about everything that released this week, because there's so much that we don't even have time for a topic. We just have so much stuff that released, which is mad.
But
Like, it's
so much of
crazy.
it is like unnecessary releases.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like
So
why?
the problem with these now, so here we go. These are like the new inline release, right? So this is the new inline colorway. You've got all the different tiers. You've got juniors. You've got all this kind of stuff. Like 2 weeks ago, they released the chromatic pack, which was a limited edition colorway only in the elite level models, not all the soul plates, etc. Not an inline release. So that's why they've dropped this, because they want a new kind of inline release. But then why drop the other one? Like, why drop it 2 weeks? What's the point? Like, if you're going to do a special little capsule release, that's fine, but not 2 weeks before your brand new inline pack. And I wouldn't say it's even 2 weeks. It's probably 10 days or something stupid.
Yeah.
Like, so again, we've got this same problem where it's just a pack on top of a pack on top of a pack. And those chromatic ones were really nice, but they will be forgotten about by next week now. They are done.
The other frustrating thing, like, not from our point of view, because I don't give a damn anyways, but like for retailers, this is a really slow time of year.
Right.
Like March, April is stupidly slow.
Okay.
That's why that's traditionally why we didn't see many releases this time of year. You'd get one mainline pack and that was it, and maybe a special edition. But them loading up like crazy on this, and all the brands going nuts.
And I think we can say as well, like at this point, it's not exactly a leak or anything, but 11 Team Sport are advertising the Air Zoom, the Air Max, Mercurials
Saturday,
for tomorrow
or today for who?
Yeah. So they're coming tomorrow.
Who cares?
Like Mbappe is in them. They're going to drop tomorrow. So that's in the space of 2 weeks. We'll have had a special edition pack, a full inline release, and a limited edition individual boot. That's mad.
I really hope. Honestly, I hope they keep doing this, because it'll just keep pissing off consumers and people actually start looking at alternatives.
Hopefully.
So, Nike, keep being stupid. Thank you. It gets a lot of people. I get people in my DMs now saying how tired they are of all the releases.
Yeah, I get a lot of people who've kind of lost their, I don't know what the word is, but they've lost like the enthusiasm, I suppose, the care for drops and stuff. Yeah. They're like, it's another one, whatever. Like, it has to be something really special to get their attention, or something they really like.
Matthew's like, should go on sale in 10 days based on how many releases they're dropping. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Going to love that Puma Audacity pack on sale, especially with the MG sole plate.
Yeah. I think I put on my story at the time. My story was the Puma Audacity pack is just the sheer audacity to release another pack. Like, god.
There is, so quick aside about Puma. So Soccer Shop Camo has a massive Puma, like they call it a time sale, so like a limited time sale on Puma stuff right now. And there's elite models going for like 45 euros. Top end elite models going for 45 euros. And then above that, they've got some at like, I think like 50 euros. And they have every single size in so many boots.
Oh my God.
Like the King Mirai sold really well, and then they brought out another white leather one that looked very similar to the original one. So those didn't sell. And then they said, hey, we're getting rid of leather, right? So they got rid of leather and they made them K better, and they just died on the vine immediately.
Yeah, it's just done.
Yeah.
Done.
And so like I don't know what Puma Japan was thinking if they thought they're going to get away with that, but yeah, there's loads of ultras, last generation, this generation, the Puma King, last generation, this generation, every sole plate you could want, almost every colorway you could want. And they're just sitting there.
It's such a shame because the Ultra is a good boot. I will die on that hill. Like not only is the Ultra Ultimate a good boot, the Ultra Carbon is a good boot, the Ultra Pro is a good boot, and the Ultra Match is a good boot. They have a great like tier of boots there, and they're still not selling.
Well, it's not just that; it's because they keep releasing colorways. Nothing gets to sit and just be present.
Absolutely.
So, when are they for the Air Max dropping?
Tomorrow.
Sorry, go ahead, James.
No, I was just going to say, should we rank the Vapor? Just due to pure stupidity, should we drop that in the bottom tier too?
Oh yeah, it's going bottom tier.
Excellent. That makes me happy. Like so. I don't know. Okay, next up, let's jump into. Okay, so we have a king. So we have the new king.
This looks cool.
It's fine.
I don't give a damn. I don't care.
Yeah. It's a decent looking boot.
Have we gotten in this past year?
A lot.
Of just this one.
Yeah.
Like it's not like that sale I was talking about. It's not just the launch colorway of this. It's like 4 of the colorways. They're all marked down, and nobody gives a damn.
The as you're in Japan, not that you necessarily want a pair, but the best version of the King is the HG, because you get the 2-piece, you get the floating tongue, and you get the HG sole plate.
Those are marked down too.
What's that HG sole plate off again? It's off the
King Mirai.
The Mirai. It's off the Mirai. So yeah, that's a really nice boot. Actually, it's a lot better than the Ultimate, I think. But this, I think, is a nice colorway, like the silver.
Oh, it's a great
bright
colorway.
pink accents.
Like
even the little pink with the double foam stripe. I think that's nice.
It's very tastefully done. Like I would wear this. It's very tastefully done. The accents are really well done. It all matches. It flows together really nicely. It's one of those like, not quite this good because I don't think Puma's at this point right now. But like, it's one of those like. You know, after your second time wearing them, you might be like, "Oh yeah, I didn't see that detail."
Yeah.
So, Justin saying, "I want this colorway so bad. This colorway would get me in the Kings." Yeah, just wait a few months; it'll be marked down.
Yeah, they're not going to sell out.
I'm sure they'll get marked down here super quick. So Justin, hit me up. We can sort you out with a hard ground sole plate for those tough Texas fields and.
Interesting question from Samuel Phillips here, which I think we'll both have the same answer to, which is why don't Puma price themselves at £50 cheaper than Nike and Adidas from the get-go? So they are already cheaper and almost that much cheaper. So I know in euros, like euros. So an Adidas, a Nike Vapor, for example, is €260, and for example, a King or an Ultra, they're €230. So there's like €30 difference there. So they're already cheaper. But if they were to go this is in their head to a degree, and it does apply. If they're to go any cheaper, they're dropping themselves out of this idea of you pay for the particular value of something. So reassuringly expensive is the example I always give, the Stella Artois advert, because they want to be within a certain price bracket to show their pricing. Oh, Ben is here. Nice. Ben is in the house. I had a little chat with Ben this week. Ben's going to feature in one of my videos.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why they don't drop out, because they don't want to drop below, for example, New Balance and be seen as a cheaper brand. So that's why they won't come any cheaper than that.
But the thing they could have done, like, I have an article that I wrote several years ago about what Puma was doing right, about like their boots weren't going above €200 at the time. They should have just swallowed their pride. If they'd stayed at €200 and said stuff like, "Hey, we're coming out with a new Ultra. No, we're not changing the price."
Hey, made a deal out of it.
Yeah. Hey, there's another new generation of Ultra. No, we're not changing the price. Hey, there's this new generation of King. There's this new generation. We're not changing the price. We want to still be
Yeah.
good value for money. Then I would argue that even this stuff that's not hitting would be selling more.
Yeah.
And that's
I think they needed to do that and make a big deal out of it over time. Whereas what they've done is just gradually kind of step you up the price ladder the same as everybody else.
€5 at a time or something, and just say, sorry, we've got to raise the price a little bit. But even then it becomes like a value point. You're like, oh, our boots are still elite. It's just we don't think we should charge as much. These other brands, and they won't go out and say like they're being greedy or something, but they're like, we want to offer better value.
Yeah. Like, and they could say, look, our boots are better, like just as good.
Oh yeah.
Where we want to offer you, where for the people kind of thing as an option. Yeah, that would have been smart like 10 years ago.
It's not even 10 years ago. That's not even 10 years ago,
probably
James.
Not. No.
That Ultra that the last Ultra that a lot of people actually tried was like the 1.5 or so. I don't remember. No, it was the first Ultimate.
There's too many of them.
It was the first Ultimate, and that came out during like the pandemic or right after.
I was going to say that's not that far. That's not that far
No,
back.
and that was like €200. I remember J Mike having a video being like, "Wow, this is €200. Like that's a great price." Yeah. But now it's like, but where's the value for money now?
Absolutely. Should we rank the King? So, what should we do with the King? Because it is quite nice.
It is nice. I can't put it better than Meh, though.
Okay, Meh for the pure stupidity of the amount of colorways. Yeah. But we do admit that it is with an very good.
This time. Meh with an asterisk. This is probably the best. Oh, it's tough. It is tied with the best for me because I love that Conquer your mountain.
Oh yeah, that was a good colorway.
Noah loves.
And that was a very good colorway.
Especially because it works with Noah so well, it's almost for me like it's almost a Noah collab. Like, okay, it's just like he sold me on that boot. I didn't buy it, but he definitely sold me on that boot
for sure. Okay, so we've done the Ultra, the King, we've done the Vapor. So let's have another Nike boot and another one that I think is actually quite nice.
Do you?
Like, I don't think that's. It is a bit boring. It is.
Put the whole swoosh.
The whole swoosh should be pink. Yeah.
Or reverse it. The white bit of the swoosh should have been pink, and the rest should have been white.
Yeah, I think just all pink would have been the way to go with that one for sure.
But it really falls flat. I also think it's really weird because for a while it used to be like the Tiempo would get like the more
the conservative colorway kind of thing.
Colorway, but now it's matching up with the Vapor. It's like that doesn't make sense.
I assume it's just because they can now because they're not using leather. It's not as hard. So because it's a synthetic, they can just whack whatever color on it they want without too many problems. So this one straight into bad. So bottom tier,
bad.
Awful,
terrible boot.
Goodbye.
J Mike seems to love the New Balance 442 V Pro and the Cup Icon 2 at competitive price points.
Yeah.
If they
both
made the
great
studs
options
pink,
at a competitive price point.
If they made the studs pink, that'd be good. Oh, hey, Clippy.
Clippy in the house. What's up?
Yeah, that's the other thing is the Tiempos. Like almost every Tiempo colorway is on sale here, and some of them are down to like €60.
Almost everywhere.
And they can't sell them.
Yeah.
They literally cannot sell them. They're everywhere. This is going to be one of those. So you know how like a lot of resellers right now have the Copa Sense in like almost every colorway? That will be the Tiempo 10 in a few years.
Yeah. A couple of years and everybody will just be able to, like every reseller will be flooded with Tiempos, yeah. And it'll be the thing that like, so we do have to remember sometimes that like we do exist in, hey, what's up, man? Yeah. We do exist in a little bit of a boot nerd bubble where we know about the Tiempo and we know about this and that. And the other. There's a lot of people that still don't know the Tiempo isn't leather. Like, because they just, they don't really care. They go and they pick up their boots or whatever, which means that in a couple of years, when there's a lot of people looking out for boots on eBay or Vinted or through resellers who are selling on these platforms, they'll just be like, oh, tons of Tiempos for like £100. I'll buy a pair. Like, and that's how they'll sell through. Yeah. Then they'll work it out.
Find out like, hey, can I return these? No returns.
Matt says the Nike pack is lazy.
Yeah.
Speaking of, should we get the last one of the Nike pack up, which is the GX,
So, like,
which is actually a very similar colorway to that New Balance Tequila we looked at earlier.
Okay, and like maybe it's the orange on here, but like the pink doesn't match up with the other quite as well with the Tiempo and the Vapor. Like, why would you not just make this blue and pink? Is it because you've already had a billion blue colorways for the GX2?
Yeah, so you got blue and pink.
Those match.
Yeah.
The darker shade towards the heel matches, but making the gradient.
But why not? Yeah, if they wanted to go with something different, why not just make it a pink boot? I suppose because they did. Because in the last pack where we had pink, not in the last pack, but we had a pink Vapor, and the GX was blue. It was that kind of. It was actually really nice. It was that kind of like duck egg kind of blue color. So why not do a pink GX this time?
Because they're stupid.
Now you mention it, that is an odd choice.
That was a very odd choice.
They could have gone with a bright pink GX, and I think that would have been cool.
Yeah, I think so too. Justin, okay. I think Puma knows they're third in terms of sales and charging the max amount they can without turning people away, but they still charge too much is the problem.
Yeah, he is right. Like, I think that's exactly what they're doing. They're charging the most they possibly can without pushing people into New Balance or Skechers. That's like the third time today I've said Justin's right. Something's going on, man.
God. This leads me to that theory that's been floating around that we all died during Corona and this is hell. And Justin being right is surely a sign of that. I love you, Justin, but being right this much in one day, it's either that or we're going to see the four horses of the apocalypse soon. Thank God if so.
Justin says the GX is awful, the reverse of the Euros colorway. Jack also says the GX is awful. So I like Tiffy's comment. Takes a deep breath to look around another round of new colorways. Oh dear.
It's almost like the image I get is just like a detective in a smoky room looking at another lineup, looking at pictures, and just seeing a file coming across his desk, and he opens it. Takes a long drag. I don't smoke, by the way. I hate smoking, but takes a long drag of a cigarette, puts it out, blows it out. It's just like.
Like the tie's undone. He's looking a little disheveled. He hasn't really shaved in a good while.
Two empty whiskey bottles on his desk.
We've created a whole scene.
In the scene, he takes a quick glance at his sidearm to know, like, this is driving him to suicide.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, another one. So what else? Gustavo Ramirez also hates the GX. Samuel Phillips seems to be okay with it, but I think everyone else is not on board. So does that? Should we
GTA San Andreas Carl Newman shit? Here we go again.
So does that make it a trio of Nike boots in the bottom tier?
It does.
Congratulations, Nike! You have done
job, Nike. This is
banging work
so
this
often.
week.
Hey man, keep it going. You guys are destroying your own reputation so rapidly, and we've seen the leaks, by the way. We've seen the leaks.
Yes.
I know.
Yes, we have.
I know. I've gotten like 8 different messages from people with the same damn story being sent to me. I know.
We have seen. I think, let's round out the Pumas as we have done all the Nikes, which brings us to...
Hold on, Justin saying, let's be honest, besides my edge take and CR7 over Messi take, y'all really don't disagree with my takes too much. It depends.
It depends.
Well,
it depends.
Well, this goes for James too. Both of you are United fans, which, as we know, the shirts are about as useful as... Well, I won't say it, but... Anyways, this Puma one does this whole, like, round half circle thing. Where does this make sense in this
doesn't.
This pack?
So
What
now
is
what
the
we've
point?
got is we've got lines going across the boot because that's the style, and then they've added
A tutti
like
frutti.
a contradictory pattern to it, which I really dislike. It does remind me a little bit of the Vapor 14, which
Mhm.
had that like the the art under the arch. It had like the circles. But either way, I think we just throw that. Clippy, new Pumas, no
New Pumas, no
way,
way. God
no
damn.
way, new Pumas, what?
The
Who'd have
futures looks like
thought?
someone stood on your foot and the blood's leaking through. Okay. You know,
Yes, Chris. Yes.
what is it called in England? Wells, that ice cream company? And all over Europe, they have a different name. It's the
Oh,
heart. In the
yeah, I
US,
know
it's called
exactly who you
Good
mean.
Humor.
I know what you mean. It's not walls. Walls?
No, it's Wells in England, and then like
Is it?
Loves. It's like Love somewhere else, and
It's love
but like
somewhere else. Yeah, I know the one you
and
mean.
yeah, it's got the heart, and then every single country in Europe, it's got a different name. Even though
Hmm.
there's the EU, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Every single
it's
country, it's got a different name. This is like their limesicle or like lime and fruit. And like, while
uh
I'd be here for this, and like, one, it's still cold. This is a summer colorway. Two, the half moon stuff doesn't make sense. And three, it's Puma. Why another colorway? And why this boot?
exactly.
Why does this boot exist?
Why the Puma Future 8 Ultimate? Why?
Do you,
Ben
do you know?
Ben
Okay,
says tutti frutti vibe going strong with Nike.
yeah, seriously,
For sure.
I can't Matthew. I can't unsee the blood.
Yeah, Chris, you've ruined that. You've ruined it for everybody.
Oh, Matthew first said I'm going to be the resident future apologist. I like this one, and then says, "Now I can't unsee the blood. Damn it." Good. We've saved you money. You're welcome.
we haven't. He
Consumer
bought
advocation.
he bought a pair of Future 7 Ultimates the other day and sent me a picture of them. I asked him why he was sending me hate mail.
God.
Okay, shall we? That one's just bottom tier. That one's
All the
going
way to
awful.
hell. All the way to the
All
bottom.
the way to hell. I'm just conscious of the time. We've got a couple, and we've still got 3 boots to go. So
Okay,
let's
go through 'em.
So let's go through. So we've got these, which are the new Harry Kane sketches.
That's tasty. I love
which
the
is-
idea of him winning the Bundesliga while wearing a red boot. Thank you, Skechers. Oh, and for those who celebrate, the other day was with their loss to Chelsea. It is once again a very common annual tradition, St. Tottingham's Day.
Was it already? Is that already happened?
It's already St. Tottingham's Day. If you don't
Wow.
know, St. Tottingham's Day is the day that when it's confirmed that Tottenham cannot finish above Arsenal in the league.
Yeah, I didn't
So,
realize it had
happy
happened
St.
so early.
Tottingham's Day to everybody who celebrates.
Justin is getting upset that these are on the screen. My only issue with these is they look almost exactly the same as the first signature colorway that they made for him.
That's true.
But on the whole, they're quite nice, and Skechers don't spam us every 2 days with a brand
Yeah.
new colorway.
But it's
Good.
And there's some gold details. Yeah, I'll put it in good because of the little gold details.
Yeah, good. And that leaves us with 2 left. This lovely little random number. Concave dropped another in their kind of tattoo pack with
This
the
is
Polynesian design on it.
With the indigenous designs. And
Yeah.
so on the one hand, I love that Concave always does this.
Yes.
On the other hand, Concave as a brand can go to hell.
Where do you want to put them? I don't care enough.
They will get a meh just because I love
Cool.
that they
I'm
always
into
do
that.
this. Yep.
It is. When did I add an R to that? Which leaves us with probably, maybe controversially, my favorite boot of the week, and the only one left, which is this one. Ta-da!
You didn't get the you didn't put
What'd I
up
miss?
the tequila that came as part of this pack?
The tequila was the first one we did.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That was a
The ice
long
cream,
time.
the one with the one that you said looked like it
that's
was
right,
faded from the
that's
sun.
right.
That
a
was
long
the first
time
one we
ago.
did.
That was a
That
long
was
time ago.
that was an hour ago.
That was an hour ago. That was years ago.
So yeah,
Ben,
I like
Ben,
this.
leaving in chat. Come on, you Spurs. Ben, look, I love you, man.
So-
But
Yeah,
like,
Ben, we love you, but your team's crap.
It's great. It's great. Just real quickly, it's great that we have all these great and varied opinions, and a lot of people we respect a lot. But there's always just the one thing that's like you kind of like just a little bit of side eye. For Ben, it's supporting Spurs. For you, it's supporting United. For Texas Cleat Collector, it's several things. But we love you.
We do. We love you all.
I do like how different it is, but I can't put anything better than good.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go better than good. It's just my favorite boot of the week.
Yeah, of the week. God. Anyways,
yeah, which is mad.
Oh yeah, have you seen the Sadio Mane version?
What with basically the V5 upper on?
Yeah.
I'm
sure it has a V5 sole plate as well.
Probably.
I'm surprised.
I love that Mane is a crazy person that does that.
He is.
It's so
I'm
good.
surprised he's still sponsored. I legit forgot he was still playing.
Maybe he's on like just a very long contract.
I have a feeling that's what he did.
Yeah, but yeah, I think these for good.
We haven't had a good purple. I do like there's a shimmer to it, and it's not just a flat purple.
Exactly.
The
shimmer
orange
purple
goes well. Little bit of silver. The sole plate, they did a good job of matching that sole. Like it's hard with plastic.
Yeah, the colors.
But they did a good job of mostly matching that up. Looks good.
Yeah,
looks good.
Absolutely. I'm a fan. I've done my review already. My review on these is out, and I think I was kind of a bit middle of the road on the Furon. I'm like, it's a good boot, but it didn't excite me, I think is the way I would go with it. I'm kind of coming around to it a little bit more. We'll see. We might do another review at some point.
Julio, that is indeed a leak. A leak.
Yeah, that is
do
a leak.
Do you think it's because of how superstitious it is? Yeah, he's very superstitious. A lot of players are very superstitious.
It's part superstitious. So interesting. I don't want to go too far off because we're already a couple minutes past the hour here and we don't want to go too long. But I put up a TikTok and an Instagram recently where I did my pair of Sadio Mane boots that was supposed to be from the Madrid Champions League final. And I said exactly that. I was like, look, Mane never wore these. He won't swap his boots. He's a very superstitious individual. And the amount of people, especially on TikTok, that jumped down my throat as if being superstitious was a bad thing. They were like, oh, he's not superstitious. Like, really? People getting angry.
You know what it is.
I said he was superstitious. I was like...
Okay, because superstitions play a lot into like the cultural, like the stereotypes, Western stereotypes about Africa in general. Because you always hear these stories like they don't happen in the West or something, but like the word superstitious isn't bad in its own. It's just a use case.
I've been trying to explain this like 800 people, being like, look, it's not a bad thing. I'm not saying anything bad about him. Like, players are superstitious. Like, they just are. Like, Paul Ince used to come out of the tunnel last and put his shirt on when he got through the tunnel. It's a superstition. Like, well, people went crazy.
I have a buddy. He still plays now. He wears 2 different colored socks and always inside out. Because he's a goalkeeper. He's never gotten hurt. You know,
there you go.
If it works, it works. I didn't have a choice. Haha, still want HK to win the Bundesliga, though. Yeah. Sorry, Trucker. Yeah, we're about wrapping things up.
Yeah, we're just getting done. Have you guys ever heard of baseball players? The guys, the most superstitious people on the planet.
Oh my gosh, baseball players are ridiculous.
Crazy,
man.
Absolutely crazy. Oh dear. Got to say thanks again to Lockhart. I like
welcome.
that. I like that.
That's clever.
Lockhart. That's clever. I enjoy that.
Icon HD, the Icon 2 HD are the best. They're so good. And Mane's defensive Furon. Yeah, V6 is a good boot. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't done many dud Furons for a while. You know what I mean?
Like the first one.
Yeah, the first one's terrible. But like, you know, the last few, we've had a good run of good Furons, and they've gradually been getting better. So we've got to love that.
Yes, Tracker. I'd love to hear that. I can't see myself getting anything else.
Nice. Love that.
Cool.
Well, have you shown the the pink 442? Didn't pull that up, did I?
Oh, we forgot the pink 442.
Pink 442.
Japan only. Soccer shop camo only. I ordered
Yeah.
a pair for. Actually, if you hold on, I haven't shipped them out yet, so I can go grab them. I know we're
Do
over
it.
time a little
Do
bit,
it.
but
It's
yeah,
all right.
hold on.
Let's.
Oh,
I will entertain you all while Andrew is gone with musings and ramblings from inside the mind of Boot Wizard. Today I considered whether a leaf would fall if there was no wind. I'm just making up words at this point. What's going on with the chat? Here we go. Pink's so good. Yeah, Alan Diaz overtime. That is exactly where we are.
so
Andrew has returned.
ta-da! These are huge. So it's one of my followers. It's a size 11.
Damn,
Yeah,
that is big.
He's a big dude. So I love that he's gonna rock these.
I really like those. They're very nice.
Gradients. James, they're synthetic.
Yeah, I just can't like I literally we were doing the podcast today and I didn't have time to just show you all the boots that had arrived in the studio. There's actually I wonder if can you see it? No, you can't. Oh, you can't see it. Like but yeah, those are wonderful.
Yeah.
I really like those.
Yeah.
I still cool. Good. I don't think they belong in great. They're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are good, but I do think they are fantastic.
Yeah, they're really nice. So yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go buy some Zero Glide socks for him today to ship these out.
Nice. Anonymous TV, one of the great things about Nike releasing all these boots, they go on sale pretty quick. Yeah, like that is a benefit that we do get them pretty quickly.
Did either of you pull the trigger on the Japan Ultras? Not yet.
Nope. I won't be doing unless they come into stupid discount. I have a pair of Ultras, and I cannot justify owning 2 pairs of Ultras. Like
I haven't tested either of them yet.
Exactly.
I want
like
to. So
yeah.
I was they marked the black one down to like 65 euros here. So
yeah. Full Loose Boots wants to know what I think the best Furon is. It's either the V7 or the the V7 Plus or the V8.
Yeah, the V7 Plus. Yeah.
Probably the V7 Plus. Just, I think is better than the V7 Plus. The last one before this one. That would be my answer.
The synthetic's pretty nice. It's not as nice as the one on the 442 Elite, but it's still pretty nice.
The 442 Elite synthetic is very nice.
It's very
especially
nice.
And it's weird how I wasn't expecting it to soften up as you broke it in, but it really does.
It really does.
kind of molds, comes out really nicely.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take a long time, just like, an hour or so. Just give it a bit of time to really kind of soften up. It's very, very nice. Very nice.
All right.
Quit getting distracted. Who's getting distracted? What? Cool. All right. That is the end of the podcast. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you. Shut up, Justin. Thank you for joining us very briefly, Justin. We hope we'll have you back on very, very soon. Go and check out Andrew's Copa Icon review, which is up on his blog right now, lockoutbootblog.com. And you can follow me here. Do get subscribed to the channel. And, of course, like this video if you can. Oh, quick plug. I did put out a video this week on Tuesday where I basically took you through a day of me taking some kind of like professional photos for some football boots. I have never in my life seen a video tank so hard. Less than 200 people have seen that video.
God, go watch it. I actually
Somebody go and watch that video because it took me 16 straight hours to make that video. God. And nobody has seen it, and it
labor
hurts.
of love. Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much indeed, and we will see you all again next week. Toodle pip.
Bye.